Yes, legendary Corrin. She and I have quite a history together. That's not necessarily the focus of today's video. I'm actually going to talk about the type of things that keep us playing and just some general tips on what I do and how you can get the most out of your Fire Emblem experience, folks. Enjoy the video.
Let the lesson begin.
Alright guys, Akariss here. Welcome to another Fire Emblem Heroes video. Today's going to have a slightly different approach or aspect to it. I think a lot of the Twitch viewers probably understand my mentality and how I get the most out of my FEH experience, but I want to pass this on to you guys who don't follow or watch the Twitch. If you don't, but you probably should try. It's actually pretty chill, and you definitely get a more lively learning experience. But what I want to focus on today's video is basically what I do to get the most out of it, that I enjoy out of it, how I basically avoid burnout, how do I just play it so long and still enjoy it. Just things that you can really apply this to most things, like real life. It doesn't necessarily have to be FEH, but generally speaking, this is how I get the most out of FEH and how you as well can likely get a lot out of FEH. So first and foremost, when I stream on Twitch, I don't actually do everything in one day. And if I was playing FEH, even when I'm not streaming, I don't do everything in one day. And what I mean by that is I don't do arena assault, all my AR matches, resin battles, every content in the single day, you know? What I do, folks, is I have a sort of routine planned, and then I share that on Twitch. And that's a very important aspect to make a game last. It's kind of like playing any game and saying okay, I'm going to do this today, and then I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then I'll do this there. So you have a week, let's say, to do arena. You have a week to do arena assault. You have infinite amount of time to do any story content, and all the limited hero battles or grand hero battles that come out, you have a certain time limit, so you never feel pressured. There are certain things you have to do on a daily basis if you really want to keep up with the rewards and not feel like you're falling behind. That would be daily quests. Something like the 100 feathers from arena, which you'll see in the gameplay below me, is something I do every day, but it's really easy to do. You just take a really powerful unit and go to beginner and 1v1, which is what Vector is doing here in the gameplay below me. So I do that every day. I just get those 100 feathers, because over the span of a year, you're gonna get a free merge out of that. So why not? Why not? It takes it takes 30 seconds to a minute to do it, so why not? If I'm gonna play FEH, I might as well do that daily quest. Some other things I do is I obviously play AR, but before I do AR, I usually do just some kind of small warm-up. It doesn't actually warm me up, but it kind of gets me into the FEH feel. So I might do story content, I might do a grand hero battle or limited hero battle, something like that, before I jump into an AR game. It's always nice, because AR is the most complex of gameplay in FEH. It's gonna require you to think a lot about AI, or the team compositions you bring, or the approach you do within a 7-turn or 8-turn limit, depending on whether you have Mila or not. Those are certain things I do every single day. But then here's what I also like to think about. It's what do I do after that? What for the day, I set aside something to do. So today in this video, it might be resin battles. This is all from Twitch, of course. And I go okay, today I'm gonna do resin battles. Maybe I'll do Legions battles today. Maybe I'll do arena today if I kind of know what the score cutoff is. Maybe I'll do arena assault today. And by giving this sort of variety to the days, I can kind of A, look forward to it, and B, get a different experience out of it every single day. Some days I might just go clear some story content, chain challenges. I know that's easier, so I don't have to feel stressed or focused about it, but this is definitely one way to do it, to get the most out of your FEH experience. Now, another thing that I really want to touch on, and I feel maybe compare with you guys, maybe don't want to do all the content. I don't blame you. Maybe you just don't like certain content like ether raids, or you don't like arena or arena assault. That's totally fine. It still maybe want to get the bare minimum out of it, just maybe some quests, maybe just to complete the weekly to get the rewards, or maybe auto dispatch through ether raids. Whatever your thing is, I think we can all agree that there's certain goals we should have in mind with the game, and I want to relate to that to some level. So just, and of course the aspect of Corrin in the beginning might give you that perspective. So the first thing I want you to do, if you want to follow along or maybe think about doing this, is go to your like barracks and go sorting with the advanced options here with rarity on 1 and level on 2. If you do this, you'll actually have your layout look something like this on the next picture here, which gives you your 5-star in your barracks all lined up very cleanly by merge count. So you see like on the top row there, we got some Rzander, Sheena, Flame Emperor, Air, Nana, all +10 and like fully merged. So I know they're kind of like completed units, minus fodder or whatever you might think. And then below that, you'll see the units that aren't fully merged. And this is a nice way to give yourself a goal, a savings goal. Even if you're, playing Fed just casually and collecting orbs and looking for, to summon for something, it's very easy to save orbs, for example, if you're thinking about the next thing you want to save for. So by doing a sorting like this, I can say to myself, okay, you know what? Corrin is +8 in this example, and I really want to get her to merge level 10 because not only do I A, like Corrin, B, I want to have a little bit of a score advantage in arena during win season. Maybe I really one day want to complete Harden there from +5 to +10. So this, this perspective in your barracks can kind of get you thinking like, oh, I want to merge up some of these units, maybe complete them, maybe save for them, maybe get grails for them, whatever it might be. It just gives you a sort of thing to look for, and I'm sure everyone can to some extent agree to this, like, oh yeah, here is something I should save orbs for, here is someone I really like or enjoy using, their playstyle is fun, or it gives me some sort of advantage in a game mode that I enjoy playing. That's all very important, and it is the number 3, of course, on the blackboard of points for today, which is ideally you should be having fun in whatever you do. So whatever goal you save for or whatever you're playing for, they should all in some manner contribute to that and lower your frustration. So yeah, that's a good way to sort, but it does give you some perspective. Like for example, I have a +6 Peony, and I want to get her to +10, give me a bit of a score advantage in light season, but I also recognize that Peony is very good for every other content I do in this game. Peony is very core in like PvE content. If she's +10, she can contribute to arena content, something with like B dual flying. So this is like, okay, this is a very good unit for all content that I have. Great support unit to help out a lot of my carries. In fact, below me you'll see me doing PvE with Mira, and Mira is the other unit that I really like. The fairies are always awesome in different content in the game, especially if you can get them merges. So this is something that I think about when I'm doing this. And then of course there's Corrin, who we have a bit of a history together. No surprise, because Summer Xander was first, so why not throw the main character sister Emmy too, right? But anyways, Corrin, again, same idea. Really useful character in a lot of the modes, PvE, Tempest Trials, whatever it might be. Again, win season has been like the most difficult season for me, especially Fire win season. So I said, okay, this is difficult for me to do. I want to like make it easier for myself. I want to relax it, and it ended up Corrin being my legendary merge project. And what I do is I look for when Corrin merges come with someone that I also want to merge. For example, we had like Brammy and Sarah, I believe, just recently, and I was like, no, I don't want Brammy. I don't want Sarah. No way. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to risk getting 6 Brammys and no Corrins or something like that. I want to make sure that whoever she shares with is good for me. And that's the same idea you can have when looking at banners of those characters you want to merge up. It doesn't have to be Corrin. It doesn't have to be Peony. I'm just providing my perspective for you guys to get a good idea. Same idea here with Linja. Because of Corrin sharing with her and the free Linja we got, plus Spark and such, she ended up being +7. So now at this point, not only do I really like Lyn is like basically the first character Fire Emblem I ever used, because Fire Emblem 7 being the first Fire Emblem game I played, so Lyn is the first character introduced to, so there's a bit of history there. So same idea, cool, now I have Lyn, I can actually use Lyn, so yeah, she's a core for me. Now I have to wait and be patient for the right banner. Well, technically the double special right now, but if that not, then later with November when she comes back on her original seasonal banner. So these are all like things I think about. That's how I set my goals. That's how I save orbs really easily, because you just look at these characters and you're like, okay, I need to merge them. I don't care what comes out. I don't care if this new character comes out. It doesn't matter to me. And that keeps me playing. That avoids burnout, because I'm like, I really want to get those orbs. I really want to get those rewards. I really want to get that fodder. I really want to make them better. I want to see how strong they can get. I want to make a lot of the content easier. Recently, we had like an abyssal, a bunch of abyssals, and I hadn't cleared a few. I had like 3 or 4 that didn't clear, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna use Linja. I'm gonna use Legendary Leaf. I'm gonna use, a Dancer, and we're just gonna storm through it. And I just went through like all the abyssals I hadn't cleared in so long, because I just had Linja in my barracks, and I just wanted to like try out her power, and it was fun. Like I had a lot of fun doing it, and guys on Twitch probably saw that as well. But that's just an example of how I get the most out of my experience, even to this day. Like I've been playing almost 3-4 years now, 4 years I guess plus, and I still really enjoy FEH to this day, because it is like the micro Fire Emblem strategic gameplay that I can get almost every day, without having to commit like 24 hours, 12 hours of gameplay every day. My streams are a couple hours every day. I don't plan to play 10 hours. I don't have that luxury as someone, with like an adult with responsibilities. You can't really afford to do that. So, this is the sort of experience as an older gamer, a boomer. I'm not actually, yeah, not actually, but you know what I mean. So this is how I definitely save my orbs, set my goals and such. Now, of course, it also lines up with a lot of like the competitive nature of me playing, let's say, Heroes, and just trying to see the most I can get out of it. And playing for like higher rank, playing for more rewards, playing for more grails, all kind of circles back to I can invest harder into these favorite characters or new characters, let's say, that get added into the Grail shop, because I'm playing at the highest level that I possibly can and enjoying the most out of it. Remember, the ultimate end of the day goal here is that this is a sort of entertainment, folks, and you should get the most out of it. You should enjoy it, and you should get the thing that you enjoy most out of it. It's comparing like Heroes to something of a childhood memory would be like, let's say, collectible card games. You played like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon, maybe not played, but you collected those cards, and Heroes can really like digitally get this sort of feeling of collecting those characters that you were familiar with when you were younger, or at least played those older games. And even to this day, I still like make new favorites of characters, even through Heroes, through their great voice talent or their art design and such, that just really resonate with me well to this day. It's a joy for me to use Hector and Lynn, and Elwood to a lesser extent, day by day, knowing that 20 years ago I was using them as well in a different Game Boy Advance, for example. Yep, so folks, that's really my take on everything here, how I get the most out of my experience, how you can possibly think about getting the most out of your experience, day by day playing FEH. Just take it slow. Think about what you want to play for, how you play it, how much time. Don't do everything in one day. That is a good way to get bored and avoid the burnout. Try to do something a little bit every day, and you'll just get the most out of your experience, I hope. I feel. That's all. Thank you, guys. Let me know in the comments below how you play FEH, how you get the most out of your experience, how long you've been playing and such. If you enjoy the content, enjoy the videos, keep giving those ups. And sub if you haven't. I know at least 50% of you aren't subbed, but you probably didn't make it to this part of the video if you weren't. But if you did, now's the time. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Much love. Peace.
It's over.